Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another vid. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, Ashlie results from Punkwood. Now, okay, yeah, and of course, as soon as I start doing a video, a helicopter has to go over. Give it a sec. Sorry about this. Joys of living in a suburban area. Now, this was the debris. I had it sitting in a bag for 2 days, but then I put it out in sun all day in here, spread out, because it wasn't drying very well in the bag. Spread out, but then I did put it in the oven last night for a couple of hours and then left it overnight. Just before I went to bed, I turned it on for a full hour and then let it ding off and then go. It seems very dry now. So yeah, bits of rubbish and debris. Let's see how this takes a spark. Just gone through and napped all my English flint. Beautiful sharp edges. Really nice. I'm driving into there. Looks like a bit of soft spit. I've got big hopes for this. Wants to go. This is going to be an exercise in futility. doing a spill on it. I do not know how the debris can be used. All I'm doing is blunting my stone. This is the problem with debris. It's not conductive to being used. And I've said it before. That bit's going. No dramas with that. It's just picking the piece that you're going to use. It's dry enough. It's certainly dry enough. But the debris is very hard to use. Now this is the... See, some of this is very hard. It's not spongy. Going. That one took a spark, no dramas. This is dry. That's dry now, finally. Taken me 3 days. Oven drying. So I'm getting consistent results. You just have to dry it. Dry, 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 dry. Get it to dry. Punkwood, ashlow punkwood is the consistent one. You can see this has turned the punkwood yellow or orange. That's where it is at. It's been ashlowed. I'm getting consistent results. As long as it's dry, you can get it to take a spark. Not a drama. But that debris I am not sure about, because I don't know how I'm going to use that. The only thing I can think of with it, the debris, is use it as ember extender. Like, how do you get this rubbish to take a spark? All you're going to do is spill it all over the joint. You could go through and pick out some of the stuff, like that stuff. You should be able to get that to take a spark. Some of the bigger stuff, yeah, no dramas. But this stuff is rubbish that's not going to take a spark. Like that sort of gear, yeah, no dramas at all. Love it. Yeah, good gear. That'll be the sort of gear you could get. You can work with that sort of thing. I can work with that. But the other gear is pretty ordinary. Now, I did have, I think it was Bodie, asked me, is this worth it? Yes and no. The typical bushcrafter, I would say probably not. It's a lot of fooling around. The results are inconsistent for most part. If you've got a lot of punkwood and a lot of hardwood ash, and you want to not char it, you want your punkwood to last a lot longer. I don't even know what the hell that is. I would say yes, but if you're homesteading, definitely, because you can make ash lye soap, you can use it as a drain cleaner. There are lots of, if you look at old homesteading manuals for ash lye, there are so many uses for ash lye. It'd be worth the effort to make this stuff up, not just for fire making, but for any other, for lots of other uses as well, not just fire making. So yes, for the typical bushcrafter, probably not, unless you're at a camp for a couple of weeks and you didn't have any potassium nitrate. And potassium nitrate's pretty hard to make out in the bush unless you've got weeks and weeks and you know what you're doing as far as converting urea over and doing all that. Yeah, I would be very, very skeptical about trying to make it. So yeah, overall, for the typical bushcrafter, no, this is not the sort of thing you want to probably go down. But it is also, if you have access to Amadou and don't want to go the nitrate, like potassium nitrate route, ash lye is the way to go. If you have punkwood and want to not char it, ash lye is the way to go. It is a little bit inconsistent, but once you start working with it and working out how to get it to work, you can get consistent results with it. Like this stuff is starting to become consistent results. I can get most of my punkwoods now, once they're dried out, they will take a spark pretty much almost straight away. Doesn't take much to get them to take a spark. And this one will prove me a liar, of course. You just have to, it's the fluffy bits. Taking his spark consistently. That's 3 lots I've got done now within a couple of strikes, 5 or 10 strikes, 15 strikes. So it's consistently taking a spark. It's dry, it's ready to go. You just have to rough it up and it just embers away. So yeah, it is consistent and it is reliable and it will burn. You just have to work with it. Debris is probably not the way to go. I just want to utilise this. I could use this to what I'll do with this is I get that going and then put this in my tinder bundle just to heat up my tinder bundle more. That's what I'll do with it. I'll fill a bag up, ashlar bag, a bag of debris, and it'll just be for filling up to get my tinder bundles hotter. So yeah, so overall, for normal, if there is such a thing, for normal bushcrafters, I'd say no, this is not a thing you'd probably want to fool around with. Homesteaders, yes. If you're doing homesteading and want to do a natural way, go for it. Get into it, because there are so many different aspects to it, that not just fire making, but soap making, cleaning products that you can make out for ashlar. One thing I will say, once you get into it and start making a very strong batch of ashlar up into the 12 pH level thing, get into the PPE, face masks, gloves, have a bottle of vinegar beside you. It is caustic and dangerous to use, so yeah. But I'm doing this just for my own personal experimentations and fun. I do this stuff for fun. I wanted to replicate and help Jason out with his experimentation, and do my own journey with it. I wanted to see if I can get uncharred punkwood to take a spark. I think that's the ultimate goal for me for it, and I've achieved that. Once I get more punkwood off Sheep Station Cook, I'm going to put that in my strong solution. It read 12, a solid 12 last night. I strained it off because there was a lot of debris in it, charcoal debris. It looked like charcoal debris to me. So I strained it off. I read it. It went 12 yesterday. And yeah, and it's clear today. I picked it up. It's not the normal colour, so it's clear, looks like clear, and it reads 12. So yeah, very strong alkaline ashlar. 12 is a solid 12, like brown. Yeah, nasty stuff. But yeah, this was just experimentation for me, and I wanted to help Jason out with his journey as well, and we're collaborating between the two of us. But I'm only doing punkwood. I'm not doing anything else. So yeah, he did want me to do cotton balls with the strong solution. I got very frustrated with the cotton. I don't know if I want to fool around with it. I think it'll just annoy me more, and yeah, I'm not going to. I'm just going to stick with my focus, punkwood, and go from there. But yeah, this is working well. This is working well for me. Yeah, don't do debris unless you have plans for it. Like, I don't know. That's a bit of centre. Yeah, I know what it is now. I'm going to have to go through and discard a lot of some of this rubbish out of it. And yeah, as I said, I'll just use this for heating up tinder bundles. I did put that other piece from law, the experiment law. It's still soaking. I'll leave it for a full 24 hours. So I'll take it out tomorrow. That'll have oh, it'll be over 24 hours, but it'll have a good soak, and then I'll dry it out and we'll go from there. So yeah, and I'll update after it's dry, and we'll see how it goes. It'll work the same as this then. It'll just take a spark like a champ. So yeah. The one thing with this is it doesn't take a spark as easy. So you do have to, it's not a first strike sparking thing. So you do have to drive a few more sparks into it. That's just the reality of it. You just have to be mindful that you will take a little bit longer to get it to take a spark. But it's all good. You just have to work with what you've got and just roll with the punches a little bit more with it. So yeah. But anyway, I wanted to update that, and now I'm rambling, so I'll cut it off here. Thanks for watching.